Good day, everyone. We are from Tutorial 2 Group 5. Today, we will be presenting on Chapter 11, Motivating and Rewarding Employees. I am Phong Shi Hui, and my group members are Hong Wen Hui, Lim Chiu Wen, Ngong Yi Chi, Tai Chin Yi, Teo Jia Ying, and Shi Lai Pei. We will start our presentation with discussion question 11.1 to 11.5, and then we will have 10-point summary of case application 2, Alibaba Motivation for the Long Haul. And last but not least, we will discuss on question 11.18 to question 11.22. Without further ado, let's get started.
Hello everyone, this is Lei, and I will explain to you about my part of questions. The first one, most of us have to work for a living, and a job is a central part of our lives. So why do managers have to worry so much about employee motivation issues? And I think the most important thing is if employee motivation is not guaranteed, there will be an under-engaged workforce and organizations are less likely to achieve their goals. And the second thing, we all know that a large number of people seek work for making a living, either for themselves or for their families. Whether they are interested in doing the job is another matter. So, if employers are no longer interested in their jobs, the company's morale and productivity will decline, and managers don't want that to happen. Managers who fail to address their issues head-on jeopardize their own jobs, as companies rely on them to ensure consistently high levels of performance. And that's why, as a manager, we need to care about motivation. And the second problem, I want to what is motivation and explain the three key elements of motivation. I think motivation is the process of initiating, directing, and maintaining goal-oriented behavior. It's what makes your act, whether it's reaching for a glass of water to quench your thirsty or reading a book to gain knowledge. It's like to say motivation is defined as the reason you do something. For example, if you want to become healthier by losing weight, this is motivating you to improve your health. And the three key elements in motivation: intensity, direction, and persistence. The first one, direction, is defines the effort that is put in towards a particular goal or objective. Working towards and in alignment with organization goals is what we look for in our employees. And the second thing, intensity, is describe how hard a person tries. This is elements most of us focus on when we talk about motivation. But a high level of intensity doesn't necessarily lead to good work performance unless the direction of effort is beneficial to the organization. And the last one, persistence, is matters how long a person can maintain effort. Motivated individuals stay with the task long enough to achieve their goals. And this is all for me. Thank you for your guys.
Moving on to question 11.3. Maslow hierarchy of needs theory is a flawed model. Discuss this statement using examples to support your answer. So, what is Maslow hierarchy of needs theory? Maslow model organizes group of human needs into levels in a hierarchical structure, forming a pyramid. It's similar in some sense to video games in that you have to fulfill the requirements of one set of needs before you can get to the next level up. The theory said unsatisfied need motivate and a satisfied need activates movement to a new need level. Based on Maslow hierarchy model, humans, in order to survive, first need food, drink, shelter, and other physical requirements. The second level is made up of the safety needs. The third level in Maslow model comprises the social needs like family, affection, relationship, and belongingness. The fourth level comprises the extreme needs of achievement, autonomy, and recognition. And finally, at the top is self-actualization, personal growth, and fulfillment. But here's the problem with Maslow hierarchy. None of these needs, starting with basic survival on Earth, are possible without social connection and collaboration. Humans are social animals for good reason. Without collaboration, there's no survival. Social connection is a prerequisite for survival, physically and emotionally. After all, how is a baby supposed to find food and shelter on her own? Human babies are absolutely helpless and must rely on others for their survival. Unlike other animals who are born and can walk and gather their own food within hours, days, or months, human babies take years to prepare their own food, become mobile in their environment, and have language and creative skill to effectively communicate and participate in a modern economy. Can you imagine a toddler trying to walk around a city bartering for food or other resources? No needs can be met without social connection since we as children are dependent on our social environment to survive into adulthood. None of us could have food and shelter without first belonging to someone who can ensure that we receive these fundamentals. Our social connections are exactly what enables us to get our other needs met in the first place. Besides, Maslow provided no empirical substantiation, and several studies that showed to validate it found no support for it. There is little evidence that need structures are organized as Maslow proposed. Needs are not hierarchical. Life is messier than that. Needs are, like most other things in nature, an interactive, dynamic system, but they are anchored in our ability to make social connection. The need priority model may not apply at all times in all places. For example, even if safety needs is not satisfied, the social need may emerge. Also, the level of motivation may be permanently lower for some people. For example, a person suffering from chronic unemployment may remain satisfied for the rest of his life if only he gets enough food. If you superimpose this hierarchical pyramid on people in developing countries, in places of political unrest, or in poverty, it suggests that all their activities in life would be about scrambling to get the basic needs met. They would somehow be less complete humans since they have been blocked from the higher levels of hierarchy because the lower needs have yet to be satisfied. The idea that you are not motivated by anything else until the lower needs are satisfied is just wrong. As if a poor person couldn't be motivated to seek love and belongingness as long as they struggle financially. Maslow's model need rewiring so it matches our brains. Social connection is the driving force of human behavior, not a third-tier activity. The system of human needs from bottom to top, shelter, safety, relationship, leadership, community, competence, and trust, are dependent on our ability to connect with others. Belonging to a community provides a sense of security and agency that makes our brain happy and help keep us safe.
Now we will look at question 11.4. What role would money play in the hierarchy of needs theory, two-factor theory, equity theory, expectancy theory, and motivating employees with high nudge? So first of all, the hierarchy of needs theory. Money is used to accomplish the requisite for the esteem or to satisfy a person. It is used as a reward in the theory. The manner in which they are awarded is very important. If they are not given in a situation of praise, but as an ordinary benefit for attainment a certain objective, they can perform counterproductive as they will be viewed as mere wages and as such only to assist satisfying somebody's absent needs. Moving on to two-factor theory. In two-factor theory, psychological needs can be obtained by using money. For example, to purchase shelter and food. It states that the money will make an individual to accomplish a task, but not make any interior wish to achieve the task successfully. In fact, to make the people to achieve the task again, they will have to be offered with more money. Thirdly, the equity theory. In equity theory, money is used as a motivational tool. Money is used to compare among the workers and the work performed. The quantity of work carried out by an employee has inverse relationship between the money paid to him or her. The input and output theory for the employees in a company is derived with the help of money. Moving on to the expectancy theory. In expectancy theory, money is used as a reward system. This rewards ranges from money to appreciate, to praise, and to time off. The employees believe that satisfactory performance will produce the anticipated rewards. Last but not least, motivating employees with a high nudge. In this theory, money is used to measure success. Employees are motivated to accomplish something to get rewarded with money.
Next, question 11.5. What are some of the possible consequences of employees perceiving an inequity between their inputs and outcomes and those of others? Equity theory, developed by John Stacey Adams, proposed that employees compare what they get from a job outcomes in relation to what they put into it inputs, and then compare their inputs outcome ratio with the input outcome ratio of relevant others. So when the inputs outcome ratio between the employees and the referent is not equal, this is called inequity. Inequitable can be in the form of under-rewarded or over-rewarded. When inequity occurs, employees attempt to do something about it, and it may affect the performance of the employee. Equity theory shows that inequities harm employees' motivation. Employees who feel that they are receiving inequitable treatment will be emotionally motivated to gain equity. The possible consequences might be lower or higher productivity. For example, an under-rewarded employee may decrease his input by giving less time and doing less work on the job. Besides, it may lead to improved or reduced quality of output. For instance, an over-rewarded employee will push for more output from the company, that is, focus on quantity but not quality, to get more pay. As a result, the quality of output gets affected. It may also increase absenteeism or voluntary resignation from the employees no longer comfortable to stay in the inequity company. These outcomes harm an organization's bottom line, and where organizational turnover occurs, the loss is twofold. There is economic and talent-based. When employees believe that the workplace is unfair, they grow to distrust organizational leadership. When leaders choose to ignore this distrust, employee morale and motivation suffer. Organizations can sow the seeds of inequity and distrust in everyday operational matters. It does not require a leader to have a significant ethical lapse to bring this about. Unaddressed trust issues can prevent meaningful organizational change and company development. That's all from me. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
Now I would like to continue with the summary of case application 2, Alibaba Motivation for the Long Haul. So Alibaba Group is the world's largest online commerce company on earth, with its three primary e-commerce sites, Taobao, Tmall, and Alipay. And its business are comprised mainly of core commerce, entertainment, real estate, mobile technology, and finance. According to New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, Alibaba dominates e-commerce and cloud computing service in China. As they are firmly ahead of other Chinese platforms, Alibaba operation has now turned to a global expansion to help grow their business. The motivational success story of Jack Ma started from the desire for making dreams come true and the intention of building a unique work culture with the employees. Alibaba Group was established by acting people led by Jack Ma in a small department. From the outset, the company founders aspired to be a top company in the domestic and global economies that will last for 102 years. The mantra of the company is customer first, employees second, and shareholders third. Despite Alibaba Group has operated internationally, there are also transparent information to empower its employees to complete and obtain all information, thereby achieve the goal of motivation for the long haul. Jack Ma is also committed to the welfare of Alibaba employees and attempt to reduce the gap between the leaders and employees. Apart from having annual events and the salary,
The company has a practice of providing iHome benefit and interest-free loan for the employees. Even though Alibaba Group attracts, retains, and engages many new talents, they are still facing talent retention issues, which could affect their long-term business goal. The main reason for talent retention issue is due to the share price of Alibaba Group is increasing significantly over the past few years, which enticing the employees that are holding the company share to sell their share and leave the company. So to respond that problem, Jack Ma emphasized that wealth is not the most important point, but keep the greater good at heart is. So he also advised the employees to bear in mind that Alibaba values is putting the customer first, and he also tell them to consider for the future growth as well. Although Jack Ma has become millionaire today, he also did not have much interest in money. Conversely, he usually engaged and commit to a variety of charities. In the Economic Club of New York, Jack Ma indicated that it doesn't matter how wealthy or powerful you are, as money will never give you happiness. And he also revealed that his happiest days were when he was third poor. But there remained a question that will Alibaba Group achieve sustainability in the long run for 102 years by culture and motivation now? So that will be all for my part. I would like to pass the floor to the next member. Thank you.
So now I'll start with question 11.18. Alibaba has a vision to be a 102-year-old company. So how could a manager motivate an employee to stay and effectively contribute for more than 30 years? Consider Alibaba's founding ideas. So firstly, Jack Ma, Alibaba's founder, believes that customer first, employees go second, and shareholders are the third. This statement emphasizes the importance of employees to Alibaba, and as a result, he tries his best to maintain a positive working environment in which employees strive for success as a family. So to be effective, a company should take care of its employee and show them the future, meaning that they won't stop working on growing their company. Alibaba's leaders motivate employees to stay and contribute effectively by working hard to maintain the culture of working as a family. Moreover, the company aims to foster an open atmosphere in which employees are encouraged to challenge ideas at all levels. In addition, to reduce the perception of hierarchy, each employee adopts a nickname. Even those at the top of the pyramid are referred to by their nicknames, to minimize the sense of structure and superiority. The leaders aim to reduce the sense of hierarchy in order to maintain flexibility and easy communication between managers and employees within the organization. Furthermore, another way the company motivates the employees is by having an annual event for them, such as the mass wedding for Alibaba employees. Lastly, in order to keep employees for the long term, Alibaba's company takes care of its employees by providing them benefits such as iHome. iHome is a mortgage fund that was created in October 2011, allowing the employees to apply for interest-free loans for property down payments.
Hi, I'm Teo Jia-ying, and I'm going to continue with question 1119. How would you retain employees who are sitting on lucrative stock options and could walk out the door tomorrow knowing that they would never have to work another day in their life? Use various motivation theories to support your answer. Now let us start off this question by first understanding what stock options mean. Stock options are a type of equity compensation granted by companies to their employees, which allows their employees to buy shares in the company at below market prices. It has been a common part of employee compensation packages offered by companies. Stock options offer employees an opportunity to have ownership in the company they work for, which can motivate them to do better and to retain them as well. However, as employees can reap some of the financial benefits of a successful business, such as Alibaba, through stock options, this can result in employees making far more money than their salary, which causes them to stop working hard as they know they can earn high returns just from the company's growing stock itself. Now, based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, employees who are sitting on lucrative stock options have achieved the second level of needs, which is financial security. Thus, it no longer motivates employees. Therefore, we can further motivate the employees in ways that allow them to achieve the higher level of needs according to the pyramid, in which other motivation theories can come into play as well. Hence, there are a few ways to retain these employees. Firstly, is to boost team spirit. Encouraging team spirit can have amazing long-term effects, including better employee retention. To do that, companies can give out matching wearable apparel such as company-branded shirts that employees would be proud to wear at any time. Looking like a team can make employees feel and act more like a team, which enhances their motivation to win at work. Through this, employees can feel a sense of belonging and acceptance to the company, as well as an even stronger sense of solidarity, which aligns with the third level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is social needs. Besides, according to one of the three major motivators from McClelland's three needs theory, which is the need for affiliation, positive relationships is also a part of boosting team spirit, and this can really help in retaining employees as well. One example of this is to create an environment where team members can have their meals together, either in a nice lunchroom or at an organized team lunch. This can be a great way to raise team spirits because employees will have the chance to have a break from work during the day and socialize with their teammates. This can help with the development of positive relationships between employees as they get to know each other better on a social level. Next is to care about employees' future. Now, managers that show interest and involvement in the future of their employees does wonders for motivation and retention. Managers can create opportunities for employees to move up within the organization whenever possible to encourage hard work and company loyalty from employees. According to the highest level in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is self-actualization, an employee is more likely to give his or her best when advancement opportunities exist and he or she can see a bright future with the company, instead of working day in and day out in a position that offers no chance to excel or advance. In addition, by promoting an employee, they are given more responsibilities and autonomy in making decisions to achieve company goals. Hence, by taking McGregor's theory Y into account, it becomes clear that to motivate employees, managers have to provide an environment which can fuse their desire for constant development and achievement with a strong sense of purpose and room for self-direction. Lastly is to recognize for a job well done. Every employee wants to feel appreciated for the work they do, so managers can reward employees when they achieved a goal or produced a good outcome. For example, managers can reward employees with tangible items such as monetary gifts, gift cards, free merchandise, and more. Formalized reward systems such as bonus pay and profit sharing can also be created so that employees are aware of what rewards they could gain from achieving a certain outcome or goal, thereby motivating them to do better. The equity theory also comes into play in this scenario, in which employees are more satisfied and motivated when they feel that they have been equitably rewarded that reflects their achievement and effort. Apart from rewarding employees, giving them recognition that they deserve is also important in motivating employees. For instance, managers can organize employee recognition events such as Employee of the Month awards or more expanded annual award ceremonies to recognize employees who excel and give more than necessary to everyday job duties. An employee is more likely to take pride in his or her job and feel valued by the company when individual achievements are recognized and celebrated by managers. While it is crucial to recognize major accomplishments, small gestures such as handwritten notes, congratulating someone during a meeting for overcoming a work obstacle, and everyday thank yous can motivate employees just as much as well. It is also important to note that everyone has their own preference or style when it comes to receiving rewards, appreciation, and recognition, as they are not a one-size-fits-all matter. Hence, by taking the expectancy theory into account, which refers to an employee who will act a certain way in effort to achieve a desired outcome or reward, managers can tailor different reward and recognition methods for different employees. For instance, managers can create tasks, responsibilities, rewarding methods, the way in recognizing employees, or even offer a project to employees for them to lead. By delivering positive recognition for a given behavior, it can increase the likelihood that the same behavior will be repeated in the future. Hence, effective employee reward and recognition programs help to motivate and retain employees and ensure that employees feel valued, appreciated, and motivated to achieve company goals. And that is all for this question. I will pass the floor to the next presenter. Thank you.
Let's proceed to question 11.20. Can Jack Ma's statement suggesting he was happier earning $12 a month as a school teacher be justified? Explain your answer using the motivational theories. Okay, so Ma is simply relaying the philosophy of Herzberg, which describes the intrinsic and the extrinsic factors. Motivation factors or intrinsic motivators tend to represent less tangible, more emotional needs. For example, the kinds of needs identified in the relatedness and growth categories of needs in the higher levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Intrinsic motivators include challenging work, recognition, relationships, and growth potential. While on the other hand, hygiene factors or extrinsic motivators tend to represent more tangible, basic needs, such as the kinds of needs included in the existing category of needs in the lower levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Extrinsic motivators include status, job security, salary, and fringe benefits. So I think that Jack Ma means that before his life was simple and he used to be happier even though he was earning less money. So after graduating in 1988, Ma worked as an English teacher at a local university in his hometown of Hangzhou, China. He only made $12 a month according to the documentary about his life called Crocodile in the Yangtze. I think that it's because he didn't have anyone to take care of or deal with or even manage. So after taking this company, Alibaba, he started to deal with more complicated things. Like he needs to take care of thousands of employees in his company. And his responsibilities became more and more challenges he will face. So after Alibaba's initial public offering, he told CNBC that the pressure that comes with the responsibility gets to him, especially now that the world is focusing on Alibaba's stock price. For example, goal setting theory. He focused on this theory and tried to think more on how to get difficult goals because they usually can lead to higher performance.
All right, I will continue with question 1121. Where would equity theory be relevant in Alibaba's history? First, we need to understand what equity theory of motivation means. So, it's an idea that employees will compare what they get from a job outcomes in relation to what they put into it, or in other words, inputs. They will also compare their inputs outcomes ratio with the inputs outcomes ratio of relevant others. If we look at Alibaba's history, employees receive benefits from Alibaba such as iHome, which is Alibaba's own mortgage fund that used to fund interest-free loans for the employees. This kind of benefit is a direct result of the input provided by employees. Besides, there are annual events such as Alifest to celebrate employees and customers uniting. So we can see that Alibaba appreciates employees' input and managed to find a fair balance between employees' inputs, which their hard work, and outputs received by employees, where their input have been recognized. Apart from that, the company seeks to retain a transparent environment where they encourage all employees, regardless of position, to challenge ideas at all levels. According to equity theory, resources should be fairly divided among employees in order to maximize individuals' rewards. And we can see in Alibaba company, everyone is given equal chance to show their ability without any bias. And then I will continue with question 1122. And when we discuss which motivational theory do you feel most represents Ma's ability to lead his team to overcome all odds? So there are many types of motivational theory, but we do think that Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory is most relevant in Jack Ma's case. This motivational theory has been shown when Jack Ma does many things to satisfy employees' needs in psychological, safety, social, esteem, and self-actualization aspects. These 5 levels of needs begin from the most basic needs, psychological, to the most advanced needs, self-actualization, which will be explained later. First, we will look at the psychological needs, or in another word, is the needs for basic amenities of life that are required for survival. If these requirements are not met, the body cannot fully function. So by working under Jack Ma, employees can earn money to provide food, shelter, and clothing for themselves and their families. Once employees have fulfilled their physiological needs, they seek to fulfill their safety needs. This includes personal security, financial security, health, and well-being. So we can see all employees are taken care of beyond their paychecks with access to benefits. For instance, Alibaba's own market fund, iHome. As I mentioned just now, it used to fund interest-free loans for employees. This can ensure the financial security of the employees, where they have enough financial access to cover their expenses and emergencies. Next, social needs. This can be seen when Jack Ma creates a lively atmosphere in the workplace where employees strive for success like a family. He does not position himself as a boss, forcing people to be underlings, but adopts a nickname for all employees, and this has broken down innate hierarchies, hence creating a sense of belonging in the team. Moving on to the next aspect, esteem needs. So we can see Jack Ma had organized many annual events, such as Alifest, to celebrate employees and customers unity. Besides, Jack Ma penned letters to employees who were tempted to cash out and walk away to remind them not to forget the company's idea and to consider the longer journey. This could make the employees have a sense that they are valued and appreciated. Last but not least, we will look at the self-actualization aspects. As I mentioned earlier, Jack Ma encourages all employees to challenge ideas at all levels. This can involve the intrinsic development of the organism, hence employees can achieve his or her full potential and strive to become the best that they possible can be. Alright, so that's all for us. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.